this is something that everybody is at some point gonna come across. And I've been in like casual conversations where this comes up, and I'm like, all right, here we go. Whew, okay, what are they gonna say about me now?
Yes.
But what is yours, and I'll give mine just so it's transparent, because we know when people hear this, they're gonna think whatever once we say what it is.
Facts.
Another thing I want to ask you, because I noticed recently, and I knew this about you before, but I noticed recently you've been actually studying astrology, right? Before you were into it, and it was something you integrated in your music. For those who don't know, we have a song out there on Timmy's project, Zodiac, called Aquarius Sun. And this is one of my first songs I done under the guise of like astrology, but I'm not really into astrology as much as I guess I could be, or one would say a lot of other people are. So tell me about your astrological studies and your journey in that, because that's something I feel like I need to get more understanding on.
That's crazy. So like basically I started studying astrology in 2020. Like
Mm-hmm.
everyone when the pandemic happened, everyone got into a different thing. Maybe it was a fitness gym in your house. Maybe you started baking a lot of bread. For me, it was astrology trying to be like what's happening or like and the thing is some people with astrology they want to see like what's happening out in the world, but with me it was like a real good time since we all couldn't go outside and stuff for self-reflection. So it was one of those things where it was kind of embarrassing and awkward to me because, being a person into astrology, if you tell that to people, they're gonna be like, ah, bro, this guy, wow.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
and then I'm like, bro, but do you even know where your moon at? Nah, I'm joking, I'm joking. But anyway,
Like, what is your 12th house in?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Like where the house is at? Where your Chiron at? But it's funny, but it's one of those things that you don't have to believe in astrology. Like you could be a skeptic, but you could read like what it says about you having Mars in Pisces or the Sun in Aquarius or the Moon in Scorpio, and you can see if that relates to you. And even if it doesn't relate to you, you're still analyzing yourself to see like that's not me. Like no
Mm.
matter what, you're still analyzing yourself to see like is this me or is this not me, or do I have the potential to be this? Astrology is a validator for me. Like it says I'm a
Mm.
creative, it says I'm intuitive, it says like I'm supposed to be weird, I'm supposed to use my Aquarius skills to bring people together, to create together, to uh do all that kind of stuff. So it's like it's a validator for me, and it's one of those things that I know since I like to use art to help people, I also use astrology to help people because some people are
Mm.
confused about stuff. Some people have questions, and even if they don't believe it, we can open a conversation based on what I see, and then I
Mm.
could just go from advice from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta ask you then, because if you're helping people through astrology, I want you to help me out real quick. What do you need from me for you to give me a particular piece of advice or guidance or something that I might need to look at when it comes to on my own journey or the things I'm experiencing right now? Like, what would you need from me?
Well, first I need your birth time, where
Okay.
you like your birth time, where you're
Where I
like
was
where you're
born.
born,
Hmm.
and just the date you were born. And then I
Okay.
could look at the big three. But if people don't understand, it's really not even just the big three. The most important part
Okay.
is you get, if you know your rising sign, every sign has a planet that rules them. So
So
I'm a
give me your
score.
big three. Use yourself as an example real quick, because
Okay.
this is something that everybody is at some point gonna come across. And I've been in like casual conversations where this comes up, and I'm like, all right, here we go. Whew, okay, what are they gonna say about me now?
Yes.
But what is yours, and I'll give mine just so it's transparent, because we know when people hear this, they're gonna think whatever once we say what it is.
Facts. Like I'm an Aquarius sun, so when people
Right.
ask me, what's your sign? I'm gonna be
Mhm.
like Aquarius.
Okay.
And then I'm a Scorpio moon and rising.
Mm.
So, and the reason the rising sign is so important is because that's like, um, the rising sign is based off what time you were born,
Okay.
because it's based off what, like zodiac sign in the East, where it was at when what time you were born, and that changes every 2 hours, and that's
Huh.
gonna change your whole like house setup. So
That's crazy.
basically,
Okay.
since I'm a Scorpio rising, I know that my first house is Scorpio. Or like if you're a Virgo rising, you know that their first house is Virgo. And then it just continues the in the order it is. So if I'm a
Okay.
Scorpio rising and that's my first house, my second house is going to be Sagittarius because that comes all after. And
Oh,
then it just
that's how
goes
that
all,
works.
yes,
So it's
yes.
it's so it literally is a clock at that point.
It's a clock.
Oh,
It's a
that's
clock.
crazy. I
It's all
never knew
about
that.
cycles. Yeah. So,
Okay. And all right, so before we get further into that part, you broke down the big three. The big three say what about you in particular?
so basically, there's the sun, the moon, the rising, right? The sun sign is kind of like, it's like your ambitions, kind of what you go for, the person you want to be. So in pop astrology, that's what they call like when you just read horoscopes in the newspaper.
Yeah.
It's popular astrology because it's more digestible. Like it's not all these lines and circles and all this stuff that you see in the chart. So they're
Right.
like, honestly, let's just boil this down to like sun stuff. But honestly, and that's where everyone goes like, oh, so just because I'm an Aquarius, that means this? But I'm like, no, it means like that's the kind of person you want to be, or these are the qualities you show people to the world because it's where you shine. That's where the sun is. It's where you
Oh,
shine.
okay, okay.
And then the moon sign, um, it's like it's your emotional world and it's your
Mm-hmm.
inner world.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that really grasp your moon sign are going to be like your partner, your family, your best friends. Like it's not something you're just like showcasing all the time because it's the
Okay.
moon sign. It only comes out at night. It only comes out when you're comfortable. Some people have this opinion where for the first 7 years of your life, you're your moon sign.
Hmm.
But then when you turn 7, you start to realize, dang, I get more attention when I do my sun sign stuff. Like moon sign, when I'm my moon sign, people think it's like too much or they don't like it. So I'm gonna repress that down a little bit. And then the sun sign becomes your ego.
That's what I was thinking. The moment you said, okay, you turn 7, your moon gets suppressed and your sun starts to shine brighter. It's kind of like the nighttime is over. Like your true emotional or like primal self is going and hiding, and the sun's coming out. Who you feel the need to be in front of other people, or who you think best fits like the world around you. And at 7 is an age you unlock all of this. That's the real age where you become aware of yourself more so, and you stop living in the
Facts.
primal body, but you're starting to realize that, oh, I can exist. I have an identity, and now you're starting to shape it. That makes so much sense.
Exactly. Like I'm so glad you said primal because that's exactly what it is. The moon is super primal. It's super like instinctual, intuitive. When your sun
Mm-hmm.
is way more conscious, like how am I gonna respond to this situation? How am I gonna
Yeah.
approach this situation?
Mm-hmm.
The rising sign is like your first impressions, and like I said, it sets up the whole chart, so it really makes your birth chart whole and stuff. It's
Okay.
kind of like it's also like how people see your body and how you look and how you relate to people. Like I'm a Scorpio rising, so when people see me, there's might be some like strong emotions that come up because Scorpios kind of like trigger stuff in people, whether that be happy stuff or bad stuff. It's just like you're gonna get like a strong emotional reaction somehow from me. Like I feel like when I enter a room, people are like, there's like a comforting energy that people
Mm-hmm.
get, but it's just like they can feel me kind of. No matter what, you kind of could feel Scorpio rising. They're analyzing stuff. They're analyzing people. They might be quiet and to the side. But oh, sorry.
I was just gonna ask, is that because it's a rising placement, or is it because of the Scorpio? Like, if it was a Scorpio sun, would it still have the same effect?
No. So like
Mm.
the like the moon, the rising is kind of like instinctual. It's kind of like where you fall back on
It's
a
the
little
energy
bit.
you exude. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
aura. Yeah, it's like your aura basically.
That's interesting. That makes sense. Okay. That's why I was asking if it was like a sun placement, would it come off the same versus, of course, you knowing that it's a rising, that's more like you said, a first impression, like a aura and energy thing. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay.
And then the sun sign, you start to talk to someone, you're like, oh, this is what this person wants to do. Oh, this is how this person comes across. This is like what makes this person shine. And then say you become like close, really close friends with someone, that's when you start to unlock the layers from them, right? Like what they've been through and stuff. And that's the moon sign.
So it might, I guess, yeah, that's the thing. If your first impression of the aura and energy you bring with you is the rising, then you have the sun that's like, okay, now that I've interacted with this person, what version of myself should I bring? Should I still be subtle through my rising, or should I bring the conscious, like, creation, a curation of myself through the sun? And then, like you said, once you get comfortable, you allow the moon or the primal and true essence of who you are to like merge the two together. It's like getting the complete version of that person.
Exactly. Exactly.
This podcast and audio series was brought to you by Respect the Real, a network where creativity is anchored by authenticity, passion, and pure intentions. If you're enjoying this, please follow UraelB on social media, follow our guests on social media, and drop a comment on this video so we know how much value we're bringing you.